I have issues about safety for women. I have issues about other areas of women's rights. Do you understand?
Piers,
well, let me finish. Let me ask you a question. Do you understand and appreciate?
What are all these dog whistles and talking points?
They're not dog whistles and talking points. They are legitimate areas of concern. You can't just call everyone who disagrees with you transphobic.
Shut up, please.
If you keep swearing, I'll have to cut you off.
You can go and have a look at their websites. You can have a look at their Twitters. Like, they are transphobic.
Yes, but I am
Kelly
talking
J.
to you.
Keane was kicked out of
I just said to you, all right, if you're
out of Women's Place UK for being
if you
too
don't
racist,
want to have a civilized conversation with me,
people.
okay, look, I'm trying to give you a chance. I've explained my position. What is your problem with my position?
I don't really know. I'm going to leave the interview now. I kind of only came on here because I thought it would be kind of funny. But I want to say you're a and you're a fascist.
Peers expressed frustration over the lack of a productive discussion, emphasizing the escalating hostility, polarized opinions, and the challenge of having a constructive dialogue on such a contentious issue.
Actress blames bigotry for cancellation. Tyrus, I love this story. Amanda I think her name's Amandla. It's really Amanda.
Call her Unemployed.
Yes. Anyway, she's the lead actress from the Star Wars TV series, The Acolyte. She says her show was canceled after one season because it was the prejudices or bigotry against the show's diverse cast. And she said it was harassment from alt-right hyper-conservatives. She making excuses?
No. Here's how bad you are, that you get the name Star Wars on you and you failed.
Yeah.
The show, take it from Minority. Star Wars was already one of the most diverse shows in the movies in the 70s. They had everybody on there. So they would, and they continued, and in the new ones, they made women powerful, and they had Jedi. They've gone out of their way, and then they lowered it up, and they threw it up in the lobby for you, and you ruined it. Here's the problem. Your woke writing sucks, and if the fans don't watch it, maybe there is alt-right conservatives, but they don't know because nobody watched it.
You know what's funny?
That's the problem. I would love to say it sucked, and I have no idea because I looked at it and went, I don't want to watch this.
The discussion turned to criticizing modern entertainment, emphasizing how prioritizing political messaging over storytelling quality often drives viewers away and impacts success. Subscribe for more videos like this.
I don't want to see that.
Okay, then I'm filming a video right now.
So what's your, I don't give a f about your video.
Yeah, you're mad now, huh? I love seeing this side of you. You're not mad?
No, I just don't get
Yeah, I love seeing this side of you. Because we're here having respectful conversations and you can't control your emotions.
Your little straw man arguments are gross.
Yeah. Are you guys about love and inclusivity?
What?
Are you about love and inclusivity? Is that what you stand for? Is that what you stand for? Love and inclusivity.
What do you mean?
What do you can't answer those basic things?
You have yet to answer a single question.
Well, you can't answer the basic stuff. You accuse me of being a transphobe. Now you're angry, and I'm asking you.
I never used to that.
The debate on whether transitioning kids is grooming reflects deep divides on child autonomy, safety, and consent, with passionate arguments on both sides about what constitutes support versus harm.
True or false? Only women get pregnant.
True.
True.
True. True.
Very true.
Absolutely true.
True or false? Only women get pregnant.
False. False. Because there are trans people that exist, and trans men can also be pregnant as well.
False.
And what are your pronouns?
They, them.
That I just love oversimplifications.
It's not an oversimplification, it's a biological fact. While gender identity is complex, pregnancy is a function of female biology, regardless of personal or political beliefs.
If you don't want to hear it in a school board meeting, why should children be able to check it out of the school system? You see, we have perverts that are perverting our kids. And you all sit back smug in your chairs and celebrate diversity, equity, and inclusion, but you don't want me to read it so you can hear it.
This book is for children 10 years of age and up.
This issue highlights a cultural clash over educational content, parental rights, and the boundaries of inclusivity and freedom in American schools.
This book is not soft, it's hardcore. It details explicitly with graphic images, homosexual, lesbian, straight sex. It promotes and glorifies masturbation while speaking against religion who may call that behavior a sin. This book is used as a tool to create what I call mental in the hearts and the minds of children. We are robbing kids of their innocence in America as we allow diversity, inclusion, and equity to dominate our schools.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh!
No!
What are you doing?
You do not!
Hey!
You do not!
What are you doing? What? Hey.
You do not take pictures of me!
Look what you're doing.
Right! Look what you're doing, kid!
What?
I thought they were all about love and inclusivity too. I guess not.
Give me the hard questions.
LGBTQ.
What's up?
You heard me.
I actually didn't.
LGBTQ.
Yep, what about it?
Yeah, you just said there was nothing about transgender.
Yeah, so how about this? I give you the mic, and we hear what you have to say. And then I'm going to answer you, and you'll hear what I have to say, what everybody else here has to say. Does that sound like a good deal?
I don't need a mic. Yes. I can speak louder.
Well, stand up, tell me your name, and state your question.
My name's Alexis Case, and I grew up here.
Okay.
In this town. LGBTQ is a serious situation in this world today. There are children that get bullied because they are gay, they're lesbian, they're transgender. I don't need that.
Okay, you're welcome to have it if you want.
I don't need it.
You get to ask your question.
The woman proceeded to ask the speaker what his stance was on LGBTQ. Here's what he said.
Thank you for your question. I'm going to answer it. I'm going to go into a level of depth that I don't usually go into on a campaign trail, but I'm going to do it because you asked the question. You deserve an answer. LGBTQIA, there's so many letters, they've just added a plus at the end. That's where we are now. What's going on? So the same movement, because if we're going to call that one thing, let's play it fair. The same movement that said that the sex of the person you're attracted to is hardwired on the day you're born. That was the premise of the gay rights movement, for it to count as a civil right. That movement is now saying that your own biological sex is totally fluid over the course of your life.
Hypocrites.
You can't believe both those things. Well, I think I'm going to get to a deeper state. That's where I was about a year or two ago, but I think there's something deeper going on, and I'll tell you what it is. So the same movement, and by the way, let's think about the women's rights movement in this country, which said there's many ways to be a woman. You can have long hair, short hair, you can wear a skirt, you can wear jeans. Now says that, oh, if actually you want to behave a certain way, that means you're a man. So I think that the hypocrisies go all the way down, and I'll tell you what's going on. You can't believe both of those things at the same time if you're operating according to principles of sheer logic. But you can if you're adopting a faith, a cult-like belief system. So, this is controversial for me to say, but I'm going to tell you what I think. I believe that transgenderism specifically is a mental health disorder. I believe it's a mental health condition.
Okay.
Well, no. We're going to finish this. This is good. We have to have open conversation in this country. But I don't think the compassionate thing to do.
Mental health disorder.
Well,
it's how they fucking feel.
Well, let me. If I'm going to give you a chance to respond if you'd like, but we can't have an open debate in this country if we're not able to state our views.
That's how they feel.
This is.
Listen as the speaker recounts stories of young women regretting gender transition surgeries performed during their teens, arguing such decisions are barbaric and should be considered carefully before being promoted to children.
That's how they feel. And you know what? I'll tell you a story, and you deserve to hear this. I met two young women in this race about 6 months ago. Their names were Chloe and Katie, two young women. They're in their 20s now. Both of them had their breasts cut off. One of them had her uterus removed.
Okay.
They're in their 20s. They regret that decision. One of them wants to have kids. She'll never have kids. The other one will never breastfeed her children. They'll never be the same because they had that done to them when they were teenagers. So no, when a young person shows up and says, my gender doesn't match my biological sex, they're asking for help.
But you just said 20. That's not
They happened to them when one girl was 13 when it happened to her. She's in her 20s now and regrets it. This is what's wrong in this country. We will look back at this and say this was barbaric that we allowed this to happen in this country. That is not compassion. That is cruelty. And so I don't think the right thing to do is, I'm not going to villainize those people. You don't villainize people who are going through suffering, but you have to be willing to say when a kid shows up and says, my gender doesn't match my biological sex, you have to be able to say, what else is going wrong at home? What else might be going wrong at school? Get to the bottom of what's going on. Help that person with compassion, with dignity. So my view is this: if you're an adult, you're free to live your life however you want as long as you're not hurting somebody else.
He emphasizes compassion for those experiencing gender dysphoria, but insists on protecting children from irreversible decisions influenced by social pressures, advocating for a more cautious and protective approach.